Accessing mental health care can be a lot easier when you have a home, health insurance, good transportation, live in a city with a lot of providers. But what if you lack any or all of those things? A lot of organizations are out there tackling those issues to ensure everyone gets the care they need. Carrie Reeves is Director of Clinical Services for Vallejo Behavioral Health in Topeka. Dr. Rachel Kaufman is a psychologist and Eastern Mental Health Supervisor for Pawnee Mental Health based in Manhattan. And Lucas Moody is Development and Logistics Director for Crosswinds Counseling and Wellness in Emporia. Obviously, you represent a geographic cross-section of Northeast Kansas, and you serve very different populations. Carrie, Vallejo in particular, I know, has some programs that reach these groups we're talking about. What do you do, Carrie, to reach people who maybe don't have those benefits of insurance, a home, transportation?
We have the Hope team at Vallejo, which they're our homeless case management team that goes out to the homeless camps and reaches out to them there. We have the MAP trailer Tuesdays and Thursdays, and people can come there and connect to resources. We also have the mobile crisis response team at Vallejo. We have it Monday through Friday, and they will go out into the community to meet people where they're at to help them get resources or bring them back to the center.
A lot of those things you mentioned are the unsheltered population. How large of an issue is mental health and mental illness for folks who are unsheltered?
It's a big issue, and we see a lot of people that are homeless that have the mental health and the substance use as well. So.
And certainly folks who are unsheltered can be in urban or rural populations, but then rural populations, when we talked about that, Rachel, what are the things that you can do through Pawnee that are really outreaching to those folks who maybe don't have a provider right down the road?
Sure. Well, at Pawnee, we do cover a really large geographical area. So we cover 10 counties. So as far west as, Concordia, Mitchell, Jewell counties, all the way east to Pottawatomie County. So that is a really large area, and the majority of the people who we serve do live in rural areas. So we try to provide services across all of those areas, but if they don't live close to one of those offices, we do offer a lot of telehealth services. We do offer a lot of services like with case management, so we offer transportation assistance and things of that nature.
What are the unique challenges when you look at those rural populations?
Well, there's a lot of things that you might think of, like logistical challenges with geographic location, transportation, lack of insurance, or even lack of communication services like internet providers in some of those rural areas. But one of the other challenges that I think about is just the cultural norms in some of those rural areas. It's not just about providing accessibility. It's we show up and we put an office in some of those areas, and then we also have to provide education to those individuals and to those communities about the importance of mental health and that it's okay to access mental health care. You think about some of the cultural values in those communities. They really value independence, self-reliance, resiliency, and grit, which is awesome, and that really serves them well in the industries that make those communities thrive. So we really have to help them see that accessing mental health care can actually, support those values as well, and that it is okay to ask for help.
And Lucas is over there with your folks in Crosswinds, because you're serving a lot of those rural areas as well, and you're like, same. But you also have done some unique things at Crosswinds, because there's actually a lot of diversity within those rural populations too.
Yeah, we have a massive population that is diverse, from serving super agriculture families into Spanish-speaking families. So a few years ago, we started El Centro, which is a full Spanish-speaking clinic. It is housed with all Spanish-speaking staff and really dedicated to reaching out and connecting and being a part of our Spanish-speaking communities, and has really started gathering more and growing. I think we served 488 individuals last year out of that program, and can continue to see it grow. We deal with the same type of issues, the transportation. When you work in that big of an area, one of the stats that we really like talking about, our staff put 600,000 miles on the road last year.
Wow.
Doing what Drew talked about, which is being in the community, supporting you in the community, serving you in the community, and we do it with people that live in those communities so that we are all healthy together. Those type of things have really helped.
And bringing it back to Carrie, I want to ask you about the importance of community partnerships, because even if you're not putting 600,000 miles on the vehicles, even within Topeka, you have groups like Scent who are providing mental health services simply within that Southeast Topeka neighborhood. How important are partnerships to make sure you're reaching everyone?
Very important, because it gives them critical access to med services and crisis and services that they can't typically get to. So it's been a really good partnership.
Even within a city, you're talking about needing to bring it to people.
Yeah, for sure.
If you bring it to people, what's the magic that happens?
They are able to get better. They can see providers right there instead of having to come and wait to come to us, and we see vast improvement in their mental health because they can see somebody in their area where they're comfortable.
Well, thank you all for doing what you are doing to bring services to people where they are at and in a way that they are able to consume them and overcome the stigma as well. Thank you all so very much. So how about our young people? A lot of our conversations are talking about adults. We'll see how we're reaching our young people next.